It could be said that our Valentine's Day has been somewhat particular. A failed attempt to rescue a puppy that ended with the rescue of 3 of them in far, far away. It ended up spending the entire day on the road where everything happened to us. And we arrived back home in the pure night in time to celebrate nothing, exhausted but with full hearts for having brought these 3 creatures home that start a new life from this moment.
Happy Valentine's Day!
The first puppy we went to pick up, and when we were already in the place, the person who took him off the streets told us that his mother had already become fond of him and that finally they were going to keep him, which was phenomenal, very beautiful and romantic, especially on February 14th. So we contacted another person who had also asked us for help the night before, and we told her that we could finally offer our help. So we headed towards Punta Arenas, where 2 puppies were waiting for us. They are having many animals at home, and neighbors are starting to make problems to them with that situation. Punta Arenas is a city that was 2-hour drives away from us. However, things would get very complicated when we ran into a brutal traffic jam. We didn't understand what it was due to until after a while of patience we understood. It turns out that a truck loaded to the top with wood had overturned, completely blocking all lanes of the road. Can we got more bad luck? Once in the place, Leticia was waiting for us with the 2 puppies in her arms, and super happy and grateful that we had gone there to get them. The puppies are super adorable and very shy too. However, and before we left, Leticia told us about another dog that she had had for months, which she had not been able to give up for adoption either, and she asked us if we could also take her with us to try to find a perfect family for her. Obviously, we couldn't say no, so with tears in her eyes, Leticia said goodbye to her as well as to the little ones, and we headed back to San Jose. But since we knew that this truck was going to continue overturned in the middle of the road, and who knows how many more hours it will take us to get home, we decided to make a little stop to buy some provisions for the 41s to travel in first class.
¿Coco?
Some toys, dehydrate, a comfy bed that we'll also need at home, and essential for this unfortunately trip, water.
¿Y estas dos? Hola.
No hace falta ponerla ahí. Sí.
Porque de H.
¿Quiere agüita o no? Sí, quiere agua.
Estamos asustadas.
Ponlas a los pequeñitos.
Déjalo.
And now, yes, ready to start our journey back home, in which we decide to take an alternative route to avoid the collapse that we knew was still happening on that road. But we overlooked that everybody thought the same as us, and the alternative route was also quite collapsed. Besides, this route crosses the mountains and they were full of curves, and we had dizziness and vomiting from everyone. Even poor Rebecca, she was feeling so bad.
Hola, guapos.
We stopped several times, both to clean up messes, as well to pee and poo. We moved the babies around, back seats, front seats, on a trip that felt endless, in which also when we arrived to San Jose, the afternoon rush hour caught us, to close the misadventure with a flourish. When we got home, and before we even released our pack, they were already very afraid and hid under the car. So we went very little by little with the introductions. The first was Bonnie. She is a little piece of bread and she respected them a lot. Then we gave them dinner, although they didn't eat anything. And then we invite Mocha, Buster and Hope to the party. With whom little by little, they also got along quite well. Since it was already very late and we wanted to at least order a pizza to celebrate our Valentine somehow, we left the introductions with Preto and Candy for the next day, and with both of them, the thing was phenomenal too. The truth is that Candy is super good dog. She treated them with great care and respect. She is very nice, as you know, she is up for adoption, so please, and especially if you live in Costa Rica, cheer up and give her a chance. To this dog so good and with such a story behind. With Preto it was also super good, and if you don't follow us on Instagram, maybe you are a bit confused right now, but it turns out that they returned him to us a few days ago, claiming that he has too much energy. However, I don't know what they are talking about. Neither me nor Candy, but what energy if he is the calmest dog? Well, we will talk more about this in another video, but for now, you know, Preto is up for adoption again, so write us if you want a puppy very energetic and playful. I mean, if you want just a normal puppy. By the way, we have called these sweeties Coco and Chanel, in honor of the Valentine's gift that I did not give Rebecca for being rescuing puppies. And finally, it was the turn of Nada, which is what this pretty and plumpy dog is called. We decided not to change her name, and we also decided to start separating her a little from the little ones, because we have noticed that she has certain habits that don't help them at all. They imitate her a lot, and we have noticed that she is the one who induces fear with her behavior. Although a little more elusive, Nara also handled the introduction quite well with Preto and Candy. However, we are not going to have them all together all day, because Preto's energy is very high for them and they are so little, and we don't want anyone hurt. The house is now becoming very small. We lack areas where we can keep them, so please help us with a small monthly donation so that we can get a bigger place to move to. We leave you the links at the description of the video. Thank you very much for joining us in this Doggies Valentines. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you like what we do. I send you a huge hug and see you very soon.